Hey everyone! I wanted to do a July update of the deck garden. I haven't really shown you too much since the last episode, and things have changed quite a bit. We have fruit on, and I have been harvesting some beans and carrots. Yeah, so let's just start. We'll start over here. This is the Christian honey dahlia, and it's just been absolutely beautiful. It comes out more of an apricot color, and then it bleaches in the sun to this really pretty yellow. And I think you saw it on my garden tour update. And I guess you did see a little bit of the deck, but I did not talk about it too much. So that's that nice little pot, and this black dragon coleus is starting to bloom. Let's see. It's a really pretty purple. And then these strawberries are continuing to fruit. They are berries galore, and it's the same kind, I have out in the garden as well, and it's just really nice to continue to get berries. The sweet potatoes are looking really good. I have not kind of tickled them, and what I mean by, you put your fingers in the dirt and you just kind of feel around without disturbing the plant too much. But the greenery is looking really awesome. I'm happy with that. And hopefully we'll have a really good harvest of sweet potatoes. The regular potatoes are doing quite well. I'm going to let them keep going for a while. You can see that we did get some flea beetle damage, but otherwise the plants are doing quite nice, and I hope to have a really good harvest of them. When it does come time to harvesting the potatoes and the sweet potatoes, I think I want to do a video of just that, and so you'll get to see how much of each we got from growing on the deck, and I think I'll weigh them too in that video. And then just here's a few other things. This is my Nicotiana. It's a little, I don't know, hopefully we'll get some blooms from them, maybe in August or September, but I planted them really late. And then I have some milkweed right here I need to plant out, but here and in those pots we have saffron crocus growing. The reason why I'm growing them in pots is because in our zone they would not make it through our cold winters, and so we just let them grow there, and we bring it in and put them in the basement for the winter. We have some basil growing here, and these are the mixes, so you kind of have to smell them to figure out what variety they are. The only one we know for sure is the purple, obviously, because it's purple. That's a beefsteak begonia that we got from a member in our garden club. And up here, this is the lavender. These two are the two lavenders we grew from seed. And then some pineapple sage, which we took from a cutting. It smells really nice. And then this is just, I believe this one is lemon basil. We're growing it for seed to replenish our stocks. And then I started some rosemary from seed. They're just these teeny tiny plants. I just transplanted them. I should have done it earlier, but I just transplanted them. I'm hoping they'll do better being transplanted. I have 4 tiny little plants in there. And then in the winter, I'm going to bring this lavender and the rosemary and that lavender in for the winter, because they don't seem in the past to have lived through our winters. Behind all that are our fruits that I planted. These are the colliers, and they are a white cucumber, if you remember seeing the package. So have a few big ones on, and I'm excited to try them again. They should be ready in a couple days, or maybe even tomorrow. It depends how much they bulk up. But I'm hoping to get a big harvest off of that. And here's one of the tomatoes. I'm thinking this one is the Sicilian variety, just by the shape of the fruit itself. But it's looking pretty good. It isn't as big as the ones in the garden, but they're doing all right. And then I need to tie it up still from this top part, but I'm quite happy with what's going on there. The chard's still looking quite nice. We've been picking it, and then, you know, if there's a bad leaf, we just pull it off and let it regenerate itself. So growing Swiss chard in a pot works quite well, and I'm very happy with that. Here's another one of the tomatoes. Unfortunately, I just noticed this. It looks like we have a caterpillar in there. So that is not a good sign. I'll take care of that after the video. Never had a problem with caterpillars in my tomatoes, so that's kind of a surprise, and disappointing surprise, I guess. Yeah. Boo. Here is the purple Petra basil, and I'm letting it go to seed, and I'll collect it for next year. This variety is pretty good. I don't love the flavor, but I like it better than, say, the cinnamon basil. Personal taste, but it's pretty. I like it because it's pretty. And it's really neat and different how the leaves have changed more green. The underside's really purple, but the top side's really green as they've aged. And then next to it, have some of the sage. This is just general garden sage. Here are the beans. Now, I think there isn't a whole lot on right now because I did do a big picking and we canned some beans, but here are a couple. I left this one because it got pretty big, and I thought I would let this one dry out for seed. But as you can see, there are some more blooms coming on, so we'll get more harvest. As long as you keep picking the beans and giving them what they need, water and feed, they'll keep producing. I know they look a little ragged and leaves are falling off, but they're doing okay. The Japanese beetles have been eating them, and that's what all the holes are. And then the yellow is from the really weird wet weather we've had. We'll just peek in here. This is the baby boo pumpkin. It's finally sending out male flowers, so that means in a week or so we'll get some female flowers and hopefully some baby boo pumpkins. But it's growing quite nicely, especially being in a crowded container with all those bean plants. And then the peas over here are pretty much done. I don't remember if I mentioned, but I haven't loved this variety, and I don't think I'll grow it in the future. This is the blue potted pea. It's a gorgeous plant and gorgeous flowers, and the purple pods are really stunning, but I feel like for as much height you get, you don't get a good enough harvest, and that's just my personal opinion. And I haven't loved the pods, the flavor of the pods. They get tough really fast, at least ours did. And then the peas themselves for shelling aren't so great. I think they're a little more bitter than sweet compared to the Pioneers. The Pioneer shell peas I love. They're fabulous, and I'll definitely grow those in the future, but I just don't think I'll grow these ones again. I'll have to look for some new purple varieties that I might like better, just because I do really love purple. And then here are carrots. These ones are the dragon. Let's see if we can find one that would be nice to pull up. I don't think they're going to be too big, but yeah, the ones in the garden are quite larger, but it's this pretty red on the outside, and then on the inside is orange. That looks really nice. When we can them, we actually don't peel the red off. We keep the peel on. One, because that's more nutrition for you. Two, especially for these red dragon carrots, it's just a really stunning look to see the coins of the carrots of the orange and red contrast in the jar. So that's what we do. And then over here are the Pusa Asita carrots. And let's see if we can find a nice one to pull. I think I'll pull this one. And the germination rate for this, oh, please come, for these ones weren't too good, but compared to the ones that we planted in the garden, when we bought these, we got one packet, and then they sent us another one because the original packet was low germination rate. Long story short, these ones look how they're supposed to, as in they are this really purpley black color. And then when you break the inside, it's this, let's see if it focuses, really beautiful purple inside that is high in antioxidants. And actually, that purple will stain pretty easily. I ate a big one time and I had purple stained all around my mouth. So if you're feeding these to your kids, just, you know, watch where they put their hands. But the ones out in the garden, they're this really pretty purple on the outside, and then the inside, they're white. So I don't know if Baker Creek didn't save the seed quite as pure as they should have, and there was a cross or what, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we sowed different packets in this pot compared to the garden. But those are the two carrots in the pots, and they are growing really nice. I was expecting smaller carrot size in the pots, and I'm okay with that. And they've done just really well. I'm quite happy with it. So next is another dahlia. This one's kind of going over. Again, the Japanese beetles have been eating it, so. But it's a really pretty, it's a pretty red, and this dark stem is just stunning. And then we do have morning glories climbing up, and this is what I try to do every year, is have the morning glories just trail up from down there, and then they're all different colors, whites and purples, and we did have pink once, and maybe, yep, there is one over there. You can't see it right now, but it's really, really nice. And here's the darn Japanese beetles. The wind's blowing around. So to get rid of them, you can squish them, or you can just get a pail of soapy water and knock them in, and that's all you need to do. So I'll do that later. The morning glories are really pretty. And then finally here is another tomato, and this one I'm thinking might be the Black Russian, just because of the way the shape is. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. So I think that's almost everything. These are just house plants, and here's a citronella geranium, pelargonium, actually. It's doing okay. I'm thinking about snipping off the ends of them and taking cuttings, and then hopefully down here it'll fill out better. And here's some cilantro. It's looking quite nice. And the frame. Some of the plants have gotten a lot bigger. This one's bigger. I'm really pleased with the way that it's turned out. I might add a few more. I have a few more little baby things inside, and I'm hoping that these guys will someday send me out some more little babies. But yeah. So that's a nice little update of the deck garden. It's been really fun to do, and I hope you are inspired to do your own deck garden in the future. I'll continue to have videos about it, and I will definitely show you what the harvests of the potatoes and sweet potatoes are. Yeah, so if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!